What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are talking Smackdown. It is the last stop before Clash of Champions. And my God, we did have a pretty decent show on Smackdown this week. There are a couple particular angles we're really gonna get stuck into. So if you want to hear all about that, stay tuned. Right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss everything that is WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you click the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the review. So the show opened with the Intercontinental title picture, where basically they were going to have an ascension ceremony, taking the belts off Sami Zayn and Jeff Hardy, the two Intercontinental champions. Well, actually one actually is, but taking it off them, putting it on the little ring thing, which will then make it ascend into the ceiling, and that is what they'll be chasing during their Intercontinental Championship match. Who is going to be the undisputed Intercontinental Champion? Now, after this was all said and done, Sami Zayn was getting out of the ring and pushed over a ladder onto AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. Sami Zayn was meant to have a match with Jeff Hardy on the night. However, as he was trying to leave the arena, Adam Pearce came out, and Adam Pearce is basically GM at this point. Come on, give the guy a new title, give him a pay rise. Adam Pearce came out and said, look, Sami, you were meant to just face Jeff Hardy, but because you want to be silly and push a ladder over AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, I'm adding AJ Styles to this match. So they had a triple threat match, and I was thinking, isn't this the match you're going to get? Apart from the ladder situation, this is the match we're going to get on the weekend, on Sunday. But anyway, they had a really good match. I'm really looking forward to the ladder match on Sunday at Clash of Champions. But I was just thinking, why have they given us this match a couple days early? Is the ladder match not going to happen? Is it going to be cut short or something? Like, why did they give us this full-blown match? And it was a very good match, like I say. For the finish, AJ Styles went onto the ropes, delivered the phenomenal forearm that was meant to be for Sami Zayn, but he got out the way, hit Jeff Hardy with a phenomenal forearm. Sami Zayn came back into the picture, threw AJ Styles out the ring, and then got the pin on Jeff Hardy. So Sami Zayn won on the night, the triple threat match. I personally think Sami Zayn is going to win at Clash of Champions as well, but that was my prediction before this match. I'm not so sure anymore because obviously Sami Zayn has now got his win here. Don't know why they had this match before, but it was a bloody good match. So if you haven't seen it, I'll definitely say go and watch it. Probably the best match on the show tonight. We had Shinsuke Nakamura take on Grand Metalik. This was one half of the champions taking on the number one contender, one half of number one contenders, and they had a pretty solid match. I was waiting for some more shenanigans between the Lucha House Party boys. Didn't quite happen. Shinsuke Nakamura put him away with a Kinshasa. I don't think we've seen that in a long time. Shinsuke Nakamura just kind of winning clean with his finishing move, but it was very good to see. And after the match, Cesaro wasted no time when I think Lindsay Dorado got in the ring to see how Grand Metalik was doing. Cesaro came in, plummeted Lindsay Dorado completely. Kalisto was just watching on the outside, didn't really get involved, didn't try to help. And then when he did get in the ring, when Cesaro and Nakamura left, Lindsay Dorado wasn't taking too keen to all his, are you guys alright? Lindsay Dorado shoved Kalisto down, and these guys are really heading for their own feud. I can see them winning on the weekend though. I don't know why. I think Cesaro and Shinsuke will be everyone's favourites to win, and I mean, if I was to put money on it, I would probably go with Shinsuke and Cesaro. However, I wouldn't be surprised if these guys turned around and won the tag team titles. I wouldn't be surprised, despite their feud, and maybe that can extend their feud in the Lucha House Party, having the tag team championships as well. But they are going to split eventually, I guess. It's obvious at this point. It's a matter of when. Around this point in the show, we had two key promos happen, but before I get on to those, guys, if you are enjoying this review, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, give us a like. It does loads for the channel, and as always, I thoroughly appreciate it right here at WrestleManiac UK. So smash that like button if you haven't already. So first of the two promos that I'm going to talk about today was Bayley's. She came down to the entranceway with the chair that she's been causing all the damage with, sat down. She said, I'm not going to really talk about Sasha. She's useless to me. Don't really want to spend any more time talking about her. I'm going to talk about Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross thinks she can beat me just because Sasha Banks isn't in the picture, just because I'm not rolling with Sasha anymore. No. Bayley went on to say, "You saw what I did to Sasha Banks, my so-called best friend. Nikki, you have no chance at all." Short and sweet, and Bayley left. That was it. No sign of Nikki Cross on the show, no sign of Sasha Banks on the show. That was it from Bayley. I then believe we were supposed to have some type of face-to-face. Jey Uso in the ring confronting Roman Reigns about, the stare after last week's win in their tag match. Jey Uso came down to the ring, told Roman to come down. By the way, they had a brilliant video package involving Rikishi, obviously the Usos' father, involving Alpha and Sika, who is Roman Reigns' dad, just embodying everything about this family and how they've all grown together, the Usos and Roman, and how Roman has always seen himself as the big dog over the Usos. It was really well done, and again continues to add the fire to the flame of this feud. Like I said, this was meant to be a face-off, so Jey Uso was in the ring and was telling Roman, "Where are you? Come down, you need to explain that stare to me." We were being shown Roman backstage in his little VIP lounge changing room, because that is too good to just be a regular changing room. Him and Paul Heyman were in there watching what was going on in the ring, but nobody flinched. Eventually, Paul Heyman left the changing room area, came out and delivered a promo saying, "Look, we are going to have this discussion tonight, but it's going to be on our terms. The tribal chief isn't ready yet, and it's going to be on his terms when he comes down to the ring, but it will be tonight." So Jey Uso left the ring knowing that this wasn't going to take place right now. Another match we had on the card was King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. This match just, come on, why are we having this match? These guys were feuding from Payback. Matt Riddle won at Payback. Baron Corbin attacked him after the match. They were in the #1 contenders match a couple weeks ago. Matt Riddle was actually pinned in that match. I think this was just giving these guys a match because they're probably not going to be on the Clash of Champions card. I mean, to be completely honest, the match was really good, but it's just no interest in the feud and what's happening here. I don't know why WWE love to drag out Baron Corbin feuds. Like, why can't he just have a good feud with somebody and it's done? It's like they always circle around back to his last competitor when they have nothing for him or that competitor. It's just really, really jarring. For the finish, Matt Riddle went up top for a floating bro. Baron Corbin had the knees up and hit him with the most protected move in the WWE. End of days. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin got the win here. Next up, we had Alexa Bliss versus Lacey Evans. This was off the back of Lacey Evans getting that Sister Abigail last week on the outside, and this was a pretty decent match. During the match, we kept getting pumped in sounds of The Fiend laughing. It looked like at times his entrance was coming on and he was going to come out, but Alexa Bliss obviously just went into her trance. Every single time she heard his music or the entrance or the lights started playing up, Alexa Bliss will just kind of take it up a notch. And eventually this match actually ended in a no contest because Alexa Bliss was just stomping out Lacey Evans against the ropes. Referee was telling her to stop, counting to 5. Alexa Bliss didn't stop, she continued, just laying it nice and thick on Lacey Evans. Again, Alexa Bliss so good at what she does. She was carrying this crazed look on her face as she pushed Lacey Evans out the ring, and you only knew one thing was coming from there. Yup, another Sister Abigail outside. As Alexa Bliss was now leaving the arena, walking up the entranceway, is when Roman was coming out, I guess, for this big chat that he was gonna have with Jey Uso, and she stared at him. And this was really interesting because it's like now they're relinking The Fiend back into this story of the Universal title. And she stared at him and Roman just walked past her, didn't even pay her any mind, lifted his championship. Paul Heyman was looking in the back, looking like, what's this go on? What's she looking at? And Alexa Bliss just kept staring with this crazy look at her face. Roman Reigns by now was just walking down the entranceway. He didn't pay no mind at all to Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss was still just staring and staring, literally piercing a hole through Roman Reigns holding that Universal title, as if she was just a vessel for The Fiend. Eventually she stopped and she walked to the back area, and we didn't see her again during the show. But I do think this is the beginnings of moving on from the Jey Uso storyline, maybe after Clash, and now we're getting back into The Fiend versus Roman. It was very well done. I enjoyed it. Roman came out, Jey Uso came out, and Roman basically said, look, I could give you this title because I love you. You're my cuz. I could give you this title, but the truth is you wouldn't know what to do with it. You can't handle the pressure that comes with it. You can't handle the responsibility that comes with it. That's why I'm the tribal chief. I'm doing this not just for your kids and that. I'm doing this for our family. Everyone eats when I'm at the head of the table. And it was very short, very succinct. Roman is delivering probably the best promos of his life in the recent months with this new gimmick. And he just left the ring and didn't have anything more to really say to Jey. But as Roman was walking up the ring, Jey Uso picked up the mic that Roman had dropped and said, "But what if I won? What if I won? Why can't I be the guy that's at the head of the table providing for everybody?" Roman didn't turn around at this point. He just kept facing the way he was facing. Jey Uso was talking to the back of his head, but it was really powerful, the kind of way they pictured it all. Jey Uso was saying, you know what? People don't even know who I am. They don't know who I am. When they see me, they ask, which one am I? As in referring to him and his twin brother. But Jey said, after Sunday at Clash of Champions, when I win the Universal title, they're gonna know who I am. And I absolutely loved that line. I thought that line was absolutely brilliant. Roman Reigns was so puzzled. He was just thinking, what? Like, how dare he? The kind of look he had on his face. However, Roman Reigns kept walking to the back. Jey Uso then got out of the ring and was going to walk to the back, and I thought, oh my God, something's going to happen. He hasn't even left enough time for Roman to walk to the back and be gone that you're leaving the ring and joining him up the entranceway. And as Jey Uso got to the top of the entranceway, he kind of turned back at the crowd, turned back to kind of walk backstage. Roman Reigns came flying out of nowhere, Superman punch. So now the family ties have been crossed. They have engaged in the warfare. Roman Reigns held the Universal title over Jey Uso and said, you can't handle this. You are not up to the task of being Universal Champion. I'm the tribal chief. I'm at the head of the table. You're going to come to Clash of Champions. You're going to collect your payday. You're going to get your ass whooped. And then that's it. Roman then walked backstage and left Jey Uso completely sprawled out, just lying there. Guys, I honestly think this is probably the best feud, the best singles feud Roman has been involved in his career. Like, quite honestly, this is brilliant. The way this has played out, it doesn't look like it's going to go past Clash, especially because of the Alexa Bliss Fiend stuff that looks to have started just before this segment. But Roman Reigns, I mean, we can remember other good storylines he's been in, especially one that comes to mind is everything he done with Braun Strowman, but that wasn't like a deep story being told. This was just two men contesting to see who was the bigger badass. Like, this story right here with Jey Uso is absolutely brilliant. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really do hope that, you know, Jey Uso can put up some semblance of a fight. He's gonna get beaten either way. Maybe he's gonna get destroyed within the match, maybe he's gonna get destroyed after the match, but this is the kind of stuff we've needed for a very long time from Roman. Even Roman being back on SmackDown, like, look how it's just lifted the entire division. He's elevated his cousin to a main eventer ultimately. That's been a really, really good storyline, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna kind of conclude itself at Clash of Champions this weekend. So guys, that is my SmackDown review. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, a really good show. Triple threat match at the top of the show was good. The ending to the show, even with Alexa Bliss kind of involving herself now with Roman, but then Roman and Jey's promos right at the end was brilliant. You know, I can't wait for Clash of Champions this week. If anyone's interested, I might just do a live stream watch along sort of thing so that I can watch it at the same time and give my reactions, because I'm thoroughly invested in what is going to happen in some of these matches. Guys, if you enjoyed today's review, please remember to smash the like button, and if you're new here, welcome. Click the subscribe button.